Hey guys, it's Olympus the Loomer here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be showing you guys how to make this Loomigurumi flamingo hat. This is another design for my Among Us dolls. So here it is. I really liked how this turned out. I designed this last night and I was really happy with how this turned out. So there's the flamingo. I'm really obsessed with this. I think this one is probably my favorite hat among all hats I made. I just really love how I did everything. Like detail by detail. I really love how it turned out. And yeah, I hope you like it too. Yeah, this is what we are going to be making today, and without further ado, let's get started. So, the materials that you are gonna need to make this flamingo hat are any type of hook, a C-clip or stitch marker, some bands as well. So this pink is going to be used for the whole flamingo body. This black one is going to be for the beak, and this white one is going to be for the beak as well. You are also gonna need some eyes. Today I will be using this 6mm safety eyes. If you don't have eyes, safety eyes, you can use beads, and if you don't have beads, you can use bands as well. So, these are the materials that we are gonna need to make this flamingo hat, and without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing that we are gonna make is the body, and that is the circle here. So we're just gonna get started by grabbing our bands. So putting our bands to our setup, like that. So I have my pink bands here, and we're just gonna grab our C-clip and our hook. And I'm sorry for the lighting. It's because the pink bands I'm using are neon pink. That's why it's kind of, I don't know, but in real life it's really bright here. But anyways, to start off with our body, we are gonna do a magic ring of 4, and we are only gonna work with 4 stitches, like until we reach the top, and then just connect both ends to form a circle. So to make a magic ring, you want to grab your hook and your bands and wrap it 2 times. So that's 1, 2, and we're going to pull through 4 bands to this cap band 1 at a time. So this is my first one. Reclaim. Put this right one over this one on the left, and you have 1 stitch. Go back into that cap band, do the same thing, grab a band, slide through only that cap band, reclaim the other end, and now we have 3 loops onto our hook. We are going to put this 2 right ones over this one on the left, like so. So that's 2. Go back into the cap band and do the same step 2 more times. Reclaim and stitch, and go back into the cap band, pull a band, reclaim the other end, and stitch. Now you should have a total of 4 stitches. So to count the stitches, they are the big kind of like a teardrop shape. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4 is on your hook. Now you're gonna grab your C-clip and put it to the band that's on your hook. After this, we are just going to work around, so there are no increases, no decreases. We are just going to do a single row around, and our single row around is going to be a total of 20 rows. So I'm just going to plot my bands here so that I don't get lost. This is just the way I track my rows, that way I don't get lost. But if you have any other methods for tracking your rows, you can do that as well. Just make sure that you are you're gonna end up with 20 rows, and that's really easy to count as well. If you just know how to count the rows, then you're safe. But if not, I recommend using this method because this is really helpful. So I plucked down my 20 rows. I'll probably do 10 rows with you guys, and you're gonna pause the video and make yourself 10 more rows, and then we are just going to start with the head and the neck and the beak, and we are done. So just do single crochets around. So this is my first row. It's not focusing. Oh, here we go. So what I do, though, this is my first row. So every first stitch of the row, I grab a band from this, like this whole thing that I plotted. That way I don't, like mess up my rows. So just do a single row around, going for all the stitches, and putting one band in each, putting one stitch in each. And this is really going to be hard to work with because this is a tight space. Just be sure that you are picking the right stitches, and you are gonna end up with 4. So I'm done with my first round. Put the stitch marker onto that band. Now for my second row, again, I'm gonna get another band from the plot that I made so that I don't miss my rows, and do my second row. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's basically what we are going to do. And like all the way. No, really easy, really repetitive. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I really recommend this to you guys if you're a beginner because everything comes off simply. I'm sorry, I keep hitting my tripod. Okay. I shouldn't have used this neon pink pants. The quality is ruined. Anyways, this is going to be my 4th round. And just really work your way around. Just single, no increases or whatever. Really easy, really basic. Now I'm into my 5th stitch. And this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remove your stitch marker, put it to the band that's on your hook. And I have 5 more rows with you guys. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. One, 2, 3, and 4. And if you're doing the same thing as I am, like tracking the rows using bands, don't forget to pick a band so that you won't miss any rows. And I'm sorry for the background noises, guys. I apologize for that. Again, I'm really happy with this design. Like, when I made it only one try, and I was really happy with how it turned out. That's why I filmed it already, because I liked how it turned out. And I was watching like a K-drama, so it was nice, like looming while watching. It was really fun. Yeah, I really like designing. And comment down below what tasks you want me to do next as well, because I'm gonna do it for you guys. Like, I have well, I'm back to school now, but yeah, I'll still try my best to design things for you guys and to still post things on YouTube as well. So, I am done with my 10 rows. So I have 10 rows here left for me to make off camera. The quality's ruined because of these neon pink mats. But anyways, we are done with our 10 rows. So we still have 10 more rows to go. And that's going to be a total of 20 rows. So make 10 rows without me. Pause the video and come back to me when you're done, and we are going to attach both ends to make a circle and start doing the neck and the head as well. So pause the video and I'm gonna be back with you guys, and we're gonna do the neck and the head. So I'm gonna be back in a bit. Okay, I'm back, you guys, and I finished my 10 rows to complete my 20 rows, and this is what you should have so far. So it's getting long, and we are actually going to stitch them together. And the way I stitch it is really hard to explain. It's basically just putting two ends together. I don't know how you do that, but this is just how I do it, so I'm gonna show it to you guys. You can now remove your C-clip. Just be sure that you're done with your 20 rows and you counted it. So what you're going to do is just go to the first stitch, and then so we have this circle, and 1 2 3 4. Since we made 4 stitches, there are also like 4 like 4 spaces from the circle, and we are going to work with those holes in stitching both ends together. So I'm just going to go to this mirroring hole and just stitch together like so. And then what I'm going to do is go to this second stitch, which is a little hard to do. So just go to your second stitch, this one. Go from the back, so that's the second stitch, and go to so this is where we attach our first one. We want to go to the opposite side like that, and grab a band and pull it through everything. Pull it through everything and just slip knot it. And that's how I attach the both ends to form a circle. I hope that was understandable. But if this method seems hard for you guys, you can do some slip knots to tie them together. That's just how I do it. But yeah, now we have the circle. Okay, so now we have our circle, and from the way we stitch it, it's not really that like the both ends we stitch together, it's not that noticeable. Make sure that it's not noticeable as well, and make sure that you can form a circle. I hope you got that. I hope you got to attach it the way I did it, because it gives a clean finish. But now let's just proceed to the neck part. So for the neck part, so this is where we stitched them together, and where your hook is going to point down, that's where we are going to do our first stitch. So this is mine, and we are actually going to stitch 4. So 4 stitches for the neck. So this is my first one, and just go around like in a circular motion. That's number 2. This is number 3 and number 4. So just go in a circular motion and make sure you stitch 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now you can grab your C-clip and put it to the band that is on your hook. So once you finish your 4 single crochets around, we are going to do 3 rows of single. And I'm sorry guys if you hear some background noises. I really do apologize. I have no time to wait for them. So we are going to do 3 rows, and I'm going to do that with you guys. So this is my first row. Like every time I film comes some noises, and if I don't film, it's really quiet. Like I just don't understand. Yeah, we're just going around with 4 stitches still. To allow 3 rounds. I hope I'm being good at explaining right now. I hope you're getting what I mean. And I hope you're doing the same as I do. And now this is my 3rd row. Remove your stitch marker and put it to the band that's on your hook. After this, we are going to do an increase around, so we are going to end up with 8 stitches. So increase around our 4 stitches, so just go to your first stitch, and 2 bands, stitch at the same place 1 at a time. And that's an increase. So 1 band, stitch, go back into that same stitch, and another band again. So that's an increase. If you're watching this, you'll probably know how to do an increase, so yeah. So I'm done with my increase. I hope you are as well. After this, we're just going to do a single row around, and we are still gonna end up with 8 stitches. So single row around. So I'm going into my first stitch and just work my way around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now after this, we are going to do a single and a decrease around. So let's do a single. So single, then decrease, which is front loop of the first one, back loop of the second one, and stitch together. Back with our single and decrease, and we're just going to do single. single, decrease, single, decrease, single, and single. And then now we're just going to decrease. So we can take off our C-clip now. Let's just decrease till closed, till we see no more holes. And once you're done with your decrease, just pull a band and tie it close, slip knot, and just tuck that slip knot inside the body and kind of shape the head a bit. And that's our basic pattern. Now you can get rid of your pink bands, and we're gonna start working with our white band and our black band. You can also, we're still gonna use our C-clip. Okay, what we are going to do for the beak is do 4 stitches on the face, starting with a white band. So find your 4 stitches using white. And that's 1, 2, 3, and 4, like so. So 4 stitches in the face. And after that, we are going to do a stitch and decrease in black. So you could put your stitch marker onto this band. So stitch, decrease, and stitch for the black. So stitch, decrease, and stitch. Then remove your stitch marker. Then we're just going to do a decrease. So decrease, so first stitch and second stitch and stitch together. And slip knot and tuck that inside. And we are done with our flamingo. We're done with the face. So you can kind of fix it, honestly. Fix it however you like it to be. Like that, and then now we're just going to add on our eyes. So just add them to the sides. Oops. It fell. My other eye fell. Yeah, just put it to the sides. And we are done with our flamingo hat. So that's how you make my flamingo hat, guys. And now I'm actually going to show you how to attach it on my Among Us doll's head. So we are actually going to need 3 bands only. So side, side, and front. So first we're just going to do it on to the sides. So pick a stitch from the head and from the flamingo. And grab a band and just slip knot and hide in the body. Like so. Do the same thing to the other side. Stitch in the head and in the flamingo's body. And slip knot and hide in the body. And then to attach this front, we're gonna work with the back. So back, head, and a stitch in the body. Like so. And stitch them together. Slip knot and hide this tail inside. I'm so obsessed with these. I love it so much. And voila. That's it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching today's video, and I hope you understood the process of making my flamingo hats. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what Among Us hats you want me to make next. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you make one, don't forget to share on Instagram and tag me. And yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Bye!